Hurricane Melissa hits Jamaica, its most powerful on record.
The plan is we will enter the inner room, barricade ourselves in there.
Farms are all devastated. The crops have been wiped out. So we're going to have shortages.
Welcome to World Business Report from the BBC World Service. I'm Sam Fennick. Flights have been grounded, holiday resorts emptied and coastal businesses battered. It's a major blow to Jamaica's tourism-driven economy at the height of the travel season. And in Japan, as Donald Trump continues his Asia tour, new deals have been done to secure the critical minerals that power modern technology. So Hurricane Melissa has made landfall in Jamaica with winds close to 300 kilometers an hour. It's one of the most powerful storms ever recorded in the Atlantic. Authorities are warning of catastrophic flooding, and the U.S. National Hurricane Center says the now Category 4 storm is extremely dangerous and life-threatening.
Hurricane Melissa came on shore about 75 miles west of where we are, but it is taking hours to cross this island. Incredibly strong winds, heavy rain, and now, not surprisingly, flooding, also a very big concern. Hurricane Melissa slammed into Jamaica with winds up to 185 miles per hour and heavy rains.
Dean Jones builds and sells properties on the island's north coast for a company called Jamaica Homes. I spoke to him just 10 minutes after Melissa struck Jamaica's western coast.
It's been very, very turbulent up here in where I am on the border of St. Anne's and St. Mary. The eye is not going to come over where we are, but we're going to get the right-hand side of the storm that will hit us from the front, and we'll get most of the backlash as it leaves Jamaica.
So will you have to evacuate?
We packed everything up. We put things, brought things in from the garden. Downstairs within the house, we've put things into barrels and put that on the lower level. So on the ground floor, we've got a concrete slab above, and then the next level, which is, of course, a timber roof. So we're down on the lower level. And we put that with all the stuff in the inner room. And so the plan is that we will enter the inner room, barricade ourselves in there, and stay within that room until it's over.
As a realtor on the island of Jamaica and someone that builds homes, there are already signs, aren't there, of major damage to homes, hotels and infrastructure. Can you describe some of it that you've seen?
I've not seen any roofs peeling off yet. What I have seen is trees falling. What
sort of damage do you think it could do?
If you're in the immediate ring, your roof will unfortunately peel off. If it's a timber roof, if it's a slab roof, you might be okay if it's reinforced and the steelwork has been joined with the walls and that runs continuously around the building. There's a lot of disbelief here about a storm actually hitting. And I mean, my parents are here and I'm worried. I can't get through to my in-laws. They're in the path. They would have been hit before me. There's just zero communication. Power went last night. Trees are down. And that started 2 days ago.
So you can't speak to any of your relatives that are in different parts of the island?
They're just not answering. Some of them are just not answering. I don't know why. It could be the network is going down where they are. It could be that they just haven't got any more power on their devices.
When you look back at Hurricane Gilbert, which was in 1988, it did sort of force a rethink of building standards. If you then compare that to the damage from Beryl last year, have people started to look more closely at the way that they build their buildings?
Building standards has come a long way since then. I was a child and I visited. I was here just after the aftermath of Gilbert, and it was just complete devastation as a child. Houses are being built with block steelwork, cement, much more solid. Unfortunately, not everybody uses hurricane straps, and we're warned to do that. So you find many properties without that. And that is a crucial thing in a building. Without those straps, at gale force wind at 145 to 170, the wind, the suction, that thing can be peeled off.
How well insured are homes and businesses that you work with?
Most business owners do have insurance. Most, not all, maybe half, maybe. That's a guesstimation. But unfortunately for my customers, normal residential house owners, most of them don't insure. Insurance is very expensive out here in Jamaica, and I guess the rest of the Caribbean. It is painfully expensive. I mean, I would go as far as to saying 10 times more expensive than the UK, if not more, per month. And so, if you're on a pension and, bearing in mind there's a lot of returning residents, you can't afford to pay insurance.
Dean, you were saying that your family are in different parts of the island. Have you been able to contact them? Do you know if they're safe?
My mum's safe at the moment. I don't know of anybody else right now. In all honesty, I have limited power and batteries, really, so I can't continue phoning everybody. People I have phoned that I've not been able to get through to, they're the ones on the side where Treasure Beach and, that side of Jamaica.
Well, listen, thank you very much for talking to us. I'm conscious that we've taken up a lot of your time, and we're using your precious battery and precious data services. So please stay safe and send our love to your family, won't you?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I keep people updated on my website, Jamaica Homes, as well, as best as I can. I'm anxious while I'm doing it. I'm anxious while I'm watching the news, but I've been trying to do that.
That was Dean Jones speaking to me a little earlier on. Well, Jamaica is no stranger to the economic cost of extreme weather. An International Monetary Fund report found that 2 hurricanes in the early 2000s caused losses of around 8% and 3% of GDP. So what might be the economic damage of this storm? Milton Walker is head of news at the Jamaica Gleaner in the capital, Kingston.
It's St. Elizabeth, which is the parish where the storm made landfall. That's our bread basket. That's where our most of our fruits, the cash crops, the carrots, cabbage, lettuce, cucumbers. St. Elizabeth produces a lot of that for Jamaica. And with St. Elizabeth being devastated, I'm pretty sure the farms are all devastated. The crops will be wiped out. And so we're going to have shortages. There will be some food inflation as a result as well because of the storm. And we're not likely to be reopened till perhaps Thursday. The airports are closed, so no tourists are coming in. I think we've got 25,000 tourists on the island. Both international airports are closed. The one in Kingston closed Saturday night. Montego Bay, which is by far the larger one, that closed on Sunday midday. So all that economic activity is at a standstill.
You can see the losses yourself on the food prices in the breadbasket area where all the food is produced. I suppose it'd be difficult right now to say what the impact to infrastructure might be.
The power company's office in Black River, which is in the capital of St. Elizabeth, it's just damaged, almost destroyed. You're looking inside and you're seeing the sky and the furniture, and it's just been, like a wrecking ball went into that building. The Black River Hospital is damaged. The Savlamar Hospital is damaged. Savlamar is in Westmoreland. Black River Hospital is in St. Elizabeth. So those are critical pieces of our healthcare sector that will have to be rebuilt. We have a lot of our hospitals. There are about 7 of them that are built on the coast. When we were a British